So I've been getting this comment every single day. Rage, where the heck is Scary Saturday? I miss Scary Saturday. Scary Saturday when? I know you guys missed the series. For those that have been around for a very long time, you guys know that Scary Saturday is a series where I react to scary animations every single Saturday. So today, finally bringing back the series. Now I can't promise you guys every single Saturday. I'll try my best. I'll definitely try my best. But I'm gonna need your help, okay? I need you guys to follow me on Twitter and send me some scary animations to react to because it's hard looking for these scary animations. I did not realize. And also, I don't think I ever mentioned this, but huge shout out to Corey Kenshin because without him, this series wouldn't be possible. He literally inspired this series. So huge shout out to one of my favorite creators. So here we go. First scary animation we are watching is called True Paranormal Horror Story, animated by the one and only Wansi Entertainment. Let's leave a like. Here we go.
This is Minna Hill from Pakistan, and I'm a very big fan of horror stories that are animated by Wansi.
Hey,
I
me
want to share
too.
some stories from my side, and of course, it's a true story.
Oh,
It happened
this
back
is
when
gonna
I
be
was a
his
high
story
school
today?
student in Oman. At the time, my family was
I have
back
a
in
pretty
Pakistan, and my father
I have a
and
pretty
I
scary
lived
story
in
myself.
Oman. Our house was situated deep inside of short streets, and there was a big old bushy tree in front of my house. It was a two-story house, and two families were residing on each floor. My father and I used to live on the ground floor. When I came back from college, I used to be alone at home until my father came back.
I mean, you're old enough to live alone, man. You're a college student.
One day, I came home from college and the entire house was messed up. Despite being
Look at this
tired,
mess.
I knew I had to get it cleaned up.
Hey, he's responsible.
Probably got finished
Very
with that, the rest
responsible.
of my chores around 9 p.m. Being
Sparkly
tired when I
clean,
went in,
okay.
I was extremely tired by this point.
I bet.
So I went to my room to
Man,
rest.
he just
and wait
cleaned
for
the
my father to
entire
get home.
room
I
up.
put my right arm over my eyes and tried to relax. It
He's
wasn't long
tired.
before I felt something jump over my legs, and
Uh-oh.
it felt like it was heavy. I left my rabbits to roam free in the lounge, and I figured it must have been one of them. However, slowly, the weight started coming up to my stomach and then up to my chest.
Yo, something like this happened to me as well. It was like sleep
I
paralysis.
opened my eyes and looked around, but
Except I couldn't
there was
even move
nothing
like he
there.
did.
I again closed my
What
eyes
the?
and laid
That
straight
is so creepy.
with just my eyes closed. Suddenly,
Oh
I
my-
felt the weight on my arms, as if they were being
couldn't
pinned
get
down
up.
by somebody's legs, and began to feel pressure on
What
my
the-
neck like I was being choked.
Yo,
I
he's
couldn't
getting
see
choked.
anyone, but it was just like an entity was attacking me. I was in so much pain.
Oh no, he's gonna
I
die.
couldn't move or say anything, and tears were rolling down my eyes.
Okay, it didn't
Tears
get
of
that
fear
bad for me.
and
What the
hate.
heck?
Not knowing what else to do,
Oh, it's a whole
I prayed
demon.
to God, and I swear God answered. I heard the main door open and somebody stepped in. It was my father, and he was calling my name. While
He's
he
like,
was
"Hey,
looking
wake
for
up."
me, he happened to come by my room, and he entered. He
I don't
saw
think
me
he see-
lying on the bed in the dark, and he turned on the light. And the sight of me
Did he see anything?
had him almost as frightened as I was. My eyes were open wide and red. I
Oh,
was drenched in sweat.
he probably just saw him like that without like the entity that was on top of
Even
him.
though the air conditioner was turned on.
Oh my
body
goodness.
was shaking. The moment he turned on the light,
Oh
all of the
god.
weight from my body was gone. And
Did
I
he
was
like
relieved.
suffer from a stroke
My
or
father
something?
came to me and asked me what happened. I couldn't speak for a half
You can
an hour
literally
before I finally
see a
came
mark
back to
on
my
his neck.
senses. I explained to my father what happened and that I thought I'd almost died. After that day, many strange things started to happen.
All right. At that point, you gotta
Bathroom
move
faucets
out.
Would turn on
You
their
gotta
own.
move out. It's
Dishes in
definitely
the
a
kitchen
haunted
would fall
house.
despite nobody being in the room.
Yep.
And my rabbits started reacting like they were being touched or played with by something.
Uh-oh,
I
they're
would use
praying.
things and I'd find them.
They're
out of
worshiping
nowhere.
whatever that
Then
thing
one day
is.
my
They're
rabbits
like,
stopped eating.
oh,
and they got
great
sick.
demon.
It was awful as I had to be in that house by myself all day.
Oh yeah.
After months of
Yep, you
practically
gotta move out.
begging him, my father and I moved and never went back to that house again.
What if it
After
followed
that,
you?
Nothing like that has ever happened to
Oh,
me
okay.
again. But I can honestly say I have never been so scared.
Oh
it was the
my
worst
God.
experience of my entire
It's waiting to strike again. That's really scary, guys. Let me know down below if you guys have ever experienced anything like that, or any paranormal activity like ghost activity or like sleep paralysis or something like that. Let me know down below if you guys have ever had the chance to experience that horrifying thing. The second one is a true Popeyes chicken horror stories animated by IMR Scary Tales. I don't know what the heck Popeyes chicken has anything to do with this, but let's find out.
Late in September, and I'd just gotten in from a lengthy business trip.
This dude looks really old, I'm not gonna lie.
My wife laid up in bed with a terrible migraine headache, and my children sitting on the couch.
Oh yeah, he's a family man. Got a whole family already. No wonder he looks old.
Staring at the stove and listening to the quiet hum of the refrigerator, trying to decide what to make for dinner. Cooking was the
pretty
last
late
thing I felt like
already.
doing. With my wife sick in bed and the kids getting along,
Like, you know what?
I decided my best bet was just to run out and grab some food for the family. A handful of fast food joints was about our only choice. My daughter asked for chicken wings. I was up for anything as long as I could get everyone's food at the same place. So I decided to drive out to Popeyes, which was only 2 blocks away.
Popeyes has pretty good chicken, I'm not gonna lie. Very crispy. It's kind of dry though.
There were 12 spots.
My number one chicken spot,
that seemed
Jollibee.
busy for a Wednesday night.
100%.
I got out from behind the wheel.
I know
and
you
walked
guys
into the
are a big
restaurant.
fan of Jollibee as well.
When I stepped to the counter, the familiar face of a pretty young Asian woman smiled at me and said,
Familiar?
Welcome to Popeyes. May I take your order, sir?
I looked at the menu board hanging above and said, yeah, 2 ghost pepper wings, 3 beans and rice, 3 mashed potatoes,
It's pretty
and,
spicy, I'm not gonna lie.
2 cinnamon apple
They
pies.
love some
Okay,
spicy
just 1
chicken.
minute. I'll get the
Ghost
order.
pepper.
She stated, slipping out of view into the kitchen behind me. As I stood waiting at the counter, I heard the front door open behind me. An old woman, hunched at the shoulders with stringy white hair that hung loosely around her face, walked through
Her
the
hair
door.
makes it look like she has a
wore
hoodie
white
on.
blouse and dark slacks, pulled high on her waist, and
She has
cinched
a
tight
baby
over
of her
belly
own?
button. Her face was pale, the skin wrinkled and matching the veiny flesh that pulled
Hey,
against long,
I'm not gonna
bony
judge.
fingers on
She's
her
probably
hands.
just really tired or something.
Her eyes
Don't
were
judge, don't judge.
sunken and dark.
Hey, don't judge
Hers
by...
was a face I did not recall seeing before, but it wasn't her face that caught my attention.
the baby.
It was the baby doll she was cradling.
Oh, it
in
was
her
a
left
doll?
arm.
I thought that was a real
Nothing
baby.
really out of the ordinary about it. Just a regular, run-of-the-mill doll with plastic
Yeah, but
limbs
why is
and
an
an
old
all-plastic
lady
head
carrying
sewn
it?
onto a stuffed torso. Absent any clothing, the torso was just a stained, rather dingy white color. It wasn't the talking type, but just a standard, old, boring baby doll.
She's
And
stuck in her
she was
childhood.
talking to it. Her
Oh.
eyeballs rolled in a very weird way as
Oh,
she started
sh-
making funny faces. at the doll, like
Yeah, there's definitely
what we do
something
to
wrong
make
with her.
babies laugh.
Okay, feel free to
But
judge
in
her
case,
much
the
as you
faces
want
she
at
was
this
making
point.
could
She's doing
scare
some weird
a child,
things.
taking out her tongue while moving her hand
dude.
over her nose.
Wait, hold up. Hold up,
Scared
hold up. I
child.
gotta see that tongue. Oh, what the heck? It looks like a medium
her
rare
tongue while moving
steak.
her hand over her nose. She was pulling off a freak show. I couldn't tell
That's
just what
gross.
the old woman
Just
was
get your
saying to
food
the
and get
doll
out.
as she stroked the plastic hair on its head with her long, pale finger. Her voice.
She's doing some sort of ritual on
very
that doll.
raspy,
She's like, I wish you were
inaudible.
real.
Her lips moved slowly, as did the hand that rubbed the toy's forehead. The whole thing
Just
was a
get your
little
food.
off-putting, but I've
Why
seen
is
the
it
horrible effects
Taking
of
so
dementia
long
on
to get the
elderly.
food.
So I passed it off and turned my attention back to the counter. I
Finally.
was just in time to see the young woman come out from the kitchen with 2 large bags of food.
There we
I
go.
quickly paid for my carryout, exchanged
you gotta
parting
go home.
pleasantries with the checkout girl, and turned to leave the restaurant.
Uh-oh. Is
As
she gonna
I
let
began
her
to
leave?
pass the
Is she
early
gonna
woman
let him
who
leave?
Still appeared to be comforting her doll. I stepped out toward my left to give her a little extra room.
Uh-oh.
Grabbing the handle to the exit, I lurched backwards as the old woman's hand shot from the plastic toy's forehead and grabbed my forearm.
No!
With surprising strength, her cold fingers pressed into my skin.
Yo!
Her fingernails cut deep into
The
my
heck?
skin as she
In
stared
that
at me
two-piece. Blah, blah.
blankly. I'd like to think I could have pulled away
Ow.
with ease, but I can't swear that to be true.
Wait, what?
Besides, even though the shock hadn't worn off yet, I had no desire to hurt the old woman.
Bro, at
I
that
turned
point
to
you
face
have
her
to. She's
see
hurting
if
you.
Maybe she needed
She's
help.
making you bleed.
I looked into those sunken
Excuse
eyes
me, ma'am.
and asked, Are you all right? Her eyes widened and her grip tightened. It began to hurt.
Uh-oh.
She looked frightened.
You have to help us.
No.
Ma'am, I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean. She looked through the glass door and into the parking lot, like she was really scared for her life.
Huh?
I followed her gaze and looked toward the cars outside.
What's outside?
Everything looked just as it did when I arrived.
Yeah, she's just
She
crazy.
looked back at me and whispered.
The black soul is outside.
She began to tremble.
The demon man. He is
She's placing a
At
curse
this
on him
point,
at this point.
I was freaked out enough. Suddenly, she released her grip on my forearm
Ow.
and raised a frail finger toward the window. She pointed toward the vehicles in the lot.
Wait, is she
and
crying?
began to sob loudly.
What the? Is everything good? Yo, she's on something, guys. She has to be. Don't do drugs, kids.
Ma'am, what is wrong with you?
Yo, you can't just say that to
Forced
someone.
herself to speak again.
What is
He
wrong with
brings
you?
Death. Death is crawling all over everything.
At that moment, the door
Oh.
beside us opened, and an elderly man, sporting a neatly trimmed beard and leaning on a cane,
He's just a
stepped
normal
into the
dude.
carryout. He moved forward slowly, taking the trembling woman's hand in his own before pulling it to his chest.
Come on, wife.
It's okay, Ruby.
Let's go
Stay
back home.
calm. Everything is okay.
Yeah, she definitely
The
has like some
gentleman
sort
then
of
turned to
dementia,
me
maybe?
and then smiled warmly.
I'm sorry, young man. She becomes confused on occasion these
Wait.
days.
It's no trouble, sir.
Now I'm
I
starting to
replied,
suspect something
holding the
from
door
that
for the
dude.
couple as he led her back into the parking lot.
Yo,
Heading
there's
out of the carryout
probably something
myself,
wrong with him.
I kept one eye on the elderly pair's direction.
Yeah, you have
as I
to.
climbed into my pickup, setting the 2 bags of dinner in the passenger seat of the
What's
truck.
that dude up to?
I
What's
watched
he up
as the
to,
old
huh?
man rubbed her shoulders gently, trying to soothe.
He
the
definitely
frazzled
looks a
woman,
lot more normal
very
than the
much
girl.
like she'd been doing with the baby doll. He spoke to her softly, but the old woman's head kept moving from side to side.
She's like,
She seemed to
if you-
be searching the
say
parking
anything
lot for
else,
something.
I'm gonna kill
A
you.
little unnerved and ready for a belly full of Popeyes chicken. I began
Dude,
to
I
back
totally
up,
forgot he was
staring
going to
into the
get
rearview mirror
Popeyes.
and finally taking my eyes off the couple. That's when the screaming started.
Uh-oh.
Don't make me go back in there.
As the old man tried to get her into his car, the old woman turned frantic. I felt bad for the old couple.
Nah, dude, just get
Poor
out,
guy
man.
taking care of his ailing wife
Dude,
at this age.
just worry about your
But
own
the woman
family.
didn't stop. Somehow the old man put her into the car, but she kept on yelling.
The evil is everywhere in there.
Saying this, the woman twisted
Oh
the
my-
doll's head
oh
and
my
broke it
God.
into 2 pieces. That
Yeah,
was
just go
enough for
home.
me.
What happened to the
A
Popeyes?
cold chill ran down my spine as I turned the
Just
truck
go,
away
just
and
drive!
onto the street, nearly clipping a beat-up old Ford as it sped recklessly into the carry-out parking lot.
Uh-oh.
It took me 15 minutes to get home. We all finally ate and went
The
to
old
bed,
people follow him?
but I couldn't sleep at all. Whenever I closed my eyes, I could just
Ew.
picture that creepy woman making faces at me, like she was doing to her doll. I woke up with a massive headache
Uh-oh.
and went to the kitchen. My wife was setting
not
breakfast
over
for me
yet?
at the table. I asked her how she was feeling now, and amidst this chit-chat, I
The news.
casually turned on the news channel. But as the screen flashed,
Uh-oh.
my eyes got stuck on the television.
Last night, an old man was found murdered in the parking lot of Popeye's food joint. He was found stabbed with a screwdriver to his neck inside his car.
So he
with
became
no
the
one else
victim.
around. After inquiring to the employees at Popeyes, the cops discovered the old man was trying to take an old lady home who seemed mentally unstable. They suspected the lady stabbed him in her poor mental state. But as
Dude.
they searched the house of this couple, a shocking revelation took
He was
place.
trying to help
the cops
her.
found the old lady in the house when they went to check the man's property. They also found a hidden room in the basement with chains, handcuffs, and other torture devices. It looks like this old man abducted his crush a long time ago and kept her captive.
They're both bad people. What the heck? I mean, she didn't really do it. I feel so bad for this old lady,
in
man.
his house all these years. The
Dude,
torture
no
and
wonder she
sickening
went
treatments that
crazy.
were done to this woman for all these years took a toll on her mental health. When
Dude,
the cops took her to the
that is
station,
messed
she
up.
only said 3 spine-chilling words: "I'm free now." The FBI has taken over this investigation.
Yeah, but
They're
she's
trying
so
to find
messed
out the true
up
identity
now.
of this man and the woman. More on this will be
Bro,
provided
that
with
old
the
man
unfolding
deserved to
of the
die.
ongoing
What the
investigation.
heck?
I dropped the coffee cup and it shattered into pieces.
She's
My
like, is
wife
everything
came
okay,
rushing,
hun?
Thinking I was about to get a heart attack or something.
Oh,
Couldn't
gosh.
blame her though. because as soon as I heard the news, my face turned pale. I couldn't even feel my legs for a few moments.
Yo, he had
I told my
interacted
wife
with the
everything that
kidnapper
happened last night at the Popeyes. Now it makes complete sense to me
why
what
she had the
old
doll.
woman was saying in there. She was talking about this old man who kept her prisoner for God knows
Wow.
how many years.
Like,
Hey, guys,
they've
I
become
hope
so
you're enjoying the
old now at this point. That's so sad. Poor old lady. But it was too late. His last animation is called A Creepy Gym Story, animated by Stephen D. From what I remember, I really like his animation
Before we get
style.
into the story, has this ever happened to you? Damn, I'm just binging videos all day watching YouTubers. I want to
Same.
start my own channel,
Same.
but I don't know how to edit. Well, have you heard of Filmora 10, the easy-to-use, powerful video editing software?
Hey, this is a good ad and everything, but I want to jump straight into this animation. But yeah, huge shout outs to Stephen D, guys. Even his
Filmora,
sponsor
the
videos are
winners will win a
super
free
cool because he
Filmora
has to
account.
animate it that as well. Here we go.
I
A
made it
Creepy
my
Gym
resolution
Story.
earlier this year to get back in shape. Unfortunately, I've had to work crazy hours, and by the time I get off work, the gyms are already closed. That changed when I was driving home at night and saw a gym sign saying, "Now open 24/7. I decided to pull up.
So you know
wrap
what?
my bag
I
in
need
the
to work
trunk,
out a
and
little bit.
head inside. I almost turned around because there was no one at the front desk and literally no one in the gym either.
Oh,
Half the fluorescents were on.
Yeah, I
and
would've
there was
been out of
music
there.
playing,
What?
So I figured the employee was on a break or something. and I went to the locker
an
room
empty
to get
gym?
changed.
I mean, an empty gym
Everything
is
was
kind of
a mess.
nice.
The
Get the
free
peace
weights
and
were all over the
quiet.
place. Yoga mats had come undone. Cleaning bottles had all been
Whoa.
knocked over, and one of them had leaked all over the treadmill.
Seems like
It
everyone just
looked like the gym
disappeared.
had been open all day, and the employee has said, "Screw it, I'm not cleaning
Just
this
disappeared.
mess." So I just hopped on the
He's like,
elliptical
"You know
and
what?
started my workout. I was
All
about
these
15
machines are for
minutes in
me."
when the battery on my iPod finally died. At least there was music playing, some hip-hop song I've never heard of before. I could have sworn I heard something in the silence between songs, and that sounded like a whimper. But I convinced myself it was just the side effect of a creepy empty gym. That was my mistake. Went
Probably
back to
should have
lifting
left.
weights when suddenly the power went out. But only for a second. To be honest, it scared me half to death. I nearly dropped the bar I was holding. As soon as the lights came back on, I was able to hear the whimpers I thought I heard earlier. It drew my attention to the supply
Dude, at that
closet
point, you
near
gotta-
the
you
main
gotta get
desk.
out. I
grabbed
would've
the free
left
weight
in a
just
heartbeat.
case. Approached the door.
Yep, he has a
and
weapon in
loudly
hand.
asked, "You okay in there?" The whimpering stopped immediately. Like the person on the other side was trying to conceal their presence. She looked like a student. 19,
Oh, so there was
20.
someone in there?
She was wearing an employee t-shirt and was curled up in the far corner of the
Everything
room.
good?
I tossed the weight aside and lifted my hands to show her I meant no harm. And she kind of just stared at me for a few seconds before she got this glint of recognition in her eyes. She got up briskly, grabbed my arm and said, "We have to get out of here now." I tried to explain that I needed to change, but she wouldn't hear it. She only stopped when I pointed out I left my car keys in my locker. I heard her whisper that there was no time, but she looked like she was weighing things in her mind. "Okay," she decided. "We'll go together, but we have to leave before it comes
man.
back." The word
What
caught my
comes
attention.
back?
It was about 11 p.m. and she hadn't seen a customer
Maybe
in over
you
an
should
hour.
just
She was bored.
ignore
so
the
she
keys at
started
this point.
tidying up, putting the weights back in place, when all of a sudden, she heard the bar from the bench crash to the ground. She figured the last person who used it hadn't placed it back on the rack properly. She was sure someone was running around and making a mess and then dodging out of sight. She tried looking at the mirrors to try and catch them in
it's
the
a
act.
ghost.
She
It's a
caught
ghost.
a silhouette standing on the opposite
Oh
side of
my
the gym.
gosh.
All of a sudden, a weight was being thrown across the floor. Weights flew
That's why there
past
were so
her.
many
She
things
ducked
on the
into
floor.
nearby supply closet
she locked
tried
herself
to
in
hide.
there.
She could hear objects pelting against the door. There was a loud knock, and then it all went quiet. She sat there in horror for a few minutes before she mustered the courage to leave. But something was blocking the door. She couldn't see very well out of the crack, but it looked like one of the weight machines had been dragged all the way to the closet and had been dropped there. And then there was me, around midnight, entering the gym.
Oh man,
Now,
where
I've got
was
to be
everyone
honest,
else though?
There was nothing
I thought it was
blocking
open
the door to the
24/7.
supply closet when I got there. I don't know if she imagined it or if it got moved or what. That's why I was a little skeptical and why I was reluctant to believe her story. I was ready to dismiss
she might be
the whole
hiding
thing,
something though.
But as we left the locker room and headed towards the front door,
Oh gosh.
I ran into the gym only to find the mirrors shattered into pieces with not a soul in sight. The employee walked over and put a hand on my shoulder, urging me to leave. I wanted to. I really did.
What?
I think I'm rooted into the ground in horror.
Why don't you
I
just
swear to you
leave?
on everything I hold dear. As I stood over those hundreds of broken chunks of mirror, I could see our reflections staring back at us from every angle.
Oh my
And in
goodness.
some of them, only some, I saw a dark figure standing behind us.
Yo! So what happened after? What the heck happened after? What, he got knocked out and he got... I don't know what the heck happened next. I guess it's up to our imagination. But yeah, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see more Scary Saturdays in the future, you guys know what to do. Leave a like, subscribe, because we are on the road to 2 million subscribers. But other than that, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.